Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Imagine what's possible when learning doesn't get in the way of life. At Capella University, our game-changing FlexPath learning format lets you set your own deadlines so you can learn at a time and pace that works for you. It's an education you can tailor to your schedule. That means you don't have to put your life on hold to pursue your professional goals. Instead, enjoy learning your way and earn your degree without missing a beat. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
This is Optimal Work Daily. Short on Time. 6 Ways to Improve Your Side Hustle Energy by Nick Loper of SideHustleNation.com. Time is our most valuable commodity, and it's uniquely egalitarian. We're all dealt the same 24 hours each day. But it's also a non-renewable resource. Once it's used up, it's used up. That means we have to be conscious of how we use our time, of how we invest it. And I'll use the word invest rather than the word spend, because I believe side hustling time, business building time is an investment in your future that will, with any luck, result in more time down the road. Wishing for more wishes, right? I've collected more than 450 survey responses from side hustlers all over the world, and after asking people about their short and long-term goals, I ask, what's holding you back? The responses include not knowing where to start, fear, money, and my personal favorite, too many baby mamas. True story. But one response that appears over and over again is time, as in, I don't have enough time. And that's a perfectly valid response. We all have obligations that demand our time. But what if we reframed the time problem to not be about hours, but to be about energy? When I read, I don't have enough time, what I see is I don't have enough energy. And no, this post isn't about optimum nutrition or sleep hacking, but it easily could be. What energizes you? What gives you energy? Coffee, maybe, but beyond that. For me, I get energy from connecting with awesome people, working on projects I care about, trying new ideas, helping other people, traveling, and working out. And my guess is your list would be similar. So why not prioritize those things? Here are 6 ways to build more side hustle energy into your days. Number 1, put first things first, in the morning. This one might be ripped straight out of 7 Habits, but it's for good reason. Your willpower is strongest early in the day. It's science. What this means for side hustlers is we might be giving our best mental hours to our employers instead of to ourselves. If you're drained after a long day at work and don't have the energy to work on your business in the evening, try flipping the script and doing it in the morning instead. 2, think solar power. While this might be tough to do early in the morning, try and work some natural light into your day, preferably outdoors. According to Harvard, the combination of office jobs and sunscreen have led to a surprisingly high number of vitamin D deficiencies. Vitamin D deficiencies have been linked to fatigue and depression. I have a built-in excuse to get outside every morning. I've got to take the side hustle Shih Tzu out. But aside from sunshine, you can also find the stuff in certain foods, like salmon or eggs or in supplement form. 3, unplug your vampire appliances. In your home, vampire appliances are your electronics that suck up energy and drive your utility bill even when they're not in use. Experts recommend unplugging them to save energy. How about in terms of the people you interact with or the activities you do? Are there certain people who drain the energy out of you without providing any value in return? Unplug them. Jim Rohn famously said, quote, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," end quote. If some of those people are dragging you down, vampire appliance style, doesn't it make sense to distance yourself? In some cases, this is probably easier in the virtual world than in the real world, But what you can do is simply unfollow people on Facebook who aren't supportive of your goals, and avoid the vampires in real life too. 4. Work in HIIT, but think like a marathoner. HIIT, or high-intensity interval training, is all the rage these days. In fact, some studies show that just 15 minutes of interval training can be as effective in burning calories as an hour of traditional cardio. What does that mean for our side hustle work? It means to pre-plan intense bursts of activity during the limited hours we have to execute. It's knowing your next move before you even sit down at your computer. It's knowing exactly how you'll spend your time if you have 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour to bust out some work. If you have longer blocks of time, you can use the Pareto method to get your side hustle tasks done. 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, or whatever variation works for you. And of course, the other component of this is the reality that your business isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It'll likely take weeks, months, and years to build a sustainable asset. It takes some mental fortitude or a marathoner's mindset to push through those walls and keep going. Working in bursts, but playing for the long haul is about doing everything you can to make progress each and every day, no matter how small. Just like a marathoner, each step brings you closer to your goal. 5. Find an accountability buddy or mentor. An accountability buddy is a term I first heard from Chandler Bolt, who explained it as a friend or colleague who will keep you accountable to your side hustle game plan no matter what. By having someone looking out for you, and you for them, you're setting yourselves up for success. Side hustling can be a lonely road, and this is one way to have some company along for the ride. Simply knowing you're going to have to answer for why you didn't get stuff done can often be motivation enough to make it happen. 6. Take a cold shower. Man, if the cold water doesn't wake you up and serve as an in-your-face reminder of your side hustle priorities, I don't know what will. Anyone still on the cold shower kick? I'm 7 months deep now and haven't broken the streak yet. Yes, winter is coming. Maybe it's placebo, but I swear it's a weird productivity hack. And if nothing else, you'll get out of there quicker, which will give you more time to get to work. You just listened to the post titled Short on Time, 6 Ways to Improve Your Side Hustle Energy by Nick Loper of SideHustleNation.com.
I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
Your data is like gold to hackers. They're selling your passwords, bank details, and private messages. McAfee helps stop them. Secure VPN keeps your online activity private. AI-powered text scam detector spots phishing attempts instantly. And with award-winning antivirus, you get top-tier hacker protection. Plus, you'll get up to $2 million in identity theft coverage, all for just $39.99 for your first year. Visit McAfee.com. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
And I, of course, want to thank Nick for letting us share this post today. Nick used to work full-time for a giant corporation, but he built his business during nights and weekends. And now, in addition to blogging, he's the host of the podcast, The Side Hustle Show. It's for part-time entrepreneurs who are looking for actionable tips to start or improve their businesses. It is a great listen and usually in the top charts of business in Apple Podcasts, so definitely worth checking out. And the blog is great too, of course, so come by SideHustleNation.com for a lot more. And one last thing today, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to this show in your favorite podcast app. That's going to give you all of our new episodes automatically so that you're all caught up. And you can also hit the follow button depending on what app you happen to be using. Either one would be just terrific. We're now in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music and Audible, Pandora, and more. And that does it for today here on the podcast. I thank you so much for being here as always, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.